In the last few lessons, we've learned to find the following features of the graph of a function. We've learned to find the local maximum and minimum points. We've learned to find the intervals of increase and decrease. We've learned to find the inflection points and the intervals of concavity. We've also learned to find absolute maximum and minimum points, but those are going to be less useful when sketching the graph of a function. What we're going to do is we're going to put these pieces of information together and we're going to use them to sketch a reasonably accurate graph of a function. The first step is we're going to plot all the points we found. We're going to plot the local maximum, local minimum, and inflection points. Then what we're going to do is we're going to connect those points with lines. It's going to be important when we're connecting the points with lines, with curved lines. We're going to make sure that our lines are increasing when they're supposed to be, they're decreasing when they're supposed to be, they're concave up when they're supposed to be, and they're concave down when they're supposed to be. So let's see this in action. In example 1, we want to sketch the graph of a function which has the following properties. It's got a local minimum at 2, -3, a local maximum at -1, 4, inflection points at 0, 0, and 3, -1, increasing from -infinity to -1 and from 2 to infinity, decreasing from -1 to 2, concave up from 0 to 3, and concave down from -infinity to 0 and from 3 to infinity. So let me draw my coordinate axes and let's try sketching this graph. So there's a local minimum at 2, -3. So let's sketch that point on the graph. 2 on the x-axis, 1, 2, 3 on the y-axis. That's supposed to be a local minimum. It's got a local maximum at -1, 4. So you go -1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sketch a point up here. It's got an inflection point at 0, 0. It's got another inflection point at 3, -1. So it's increasing from -infinity to -1 and from 2 to infinity. So here it's increasing and here it's increasing. It's decreasing from -1 to 2. It's concave up between 0 and 3. So between 0 and 3 it's going to look like this. And it's concave down here and here. Okay, let's see if we can put these shapes together to get a graph of a function. Well, before -1 it's going to be increasing and concave down. So we're going to get a shape like this. Between -1 and 0, it's decreasing and concave down. So we're going to get a shape like this. Between 0 and 2, it's decreasing and concave up. So we're going to get a shape like this. Between 2 and 3, it's increasing and concave up. So we get a shape like this. And from 3 on, it's increasing and concave down. So we get a shape like that. So that's what the graph of the function is going to look like approximately.